Okay, picture this. The camera's flashing, the fjord sparkling.
Yeah.
It's Norway, this absolute stunning backdrop for the royal wedding of the year.
Princess Märtha Louise and Shaman Durek Verrett. It was set up to be, the ultimate unconventional fairy tale.
Exactly, a real celebration of love against the odds. But honestly, before the champagne even went flat, this one specific, really cynical allegation started swirling.
And it took root fast, threatening to basically define their whole marriage story forever.
The claim, a lavender marriage.
Welcome to Starscope Report.
We're Jordan and Jamie, and this is where we uncover the drama shaking up Hollywood, the music industry, and yeah, even sometimes the royal world. We dive deep into the stories behind the headlines.
Today, we are taking a deep dive into this major royal crisis. It involves Norway's Princess Märtha Louise and Shaman Durek Verrett.
We're zeroing in on the specific things, particularly from their own documentary, that really fueled this whole lavender marriage idea.
And importantly, the fallout. The real damage this might be causing the Norwegian monarchy itself.
All right, let's jump right in. The catalyst. What's truly wild here is that the princess and the shaman, well, they basically handed their critics the script for this scandal.
Yeah, through their own Netflix documentary, Rebel Royals. It came out in September 2024, right after the wedding. Talk about timing.
Okay, but before we get into the doc details, let's clarify this term they're throwing around, lavender marriage. What exactly does that mean in this context?
Right. So historically, it's a term from 20th century Hollywood. Think Rock Hudson.
Oh, okay.
It meant a marriage of convenience, usually to hide the sexual orientation of one or both partners, keep the career safe, present that heterosexual image.
But the way people are using it now about Märtha Louise and Durek.
It implies something else. It suggests, strategic deception. Like maybe it's a partnership designed to boost their brand, make them more commercially viable together, a transaction.
And their own documentary, which was supposed to be about their authentic love story.
Yeah, it contained two, let's say, key disclosures that just became instant fuel for that fire.
Okay, disclosure number one.
Durek Verrett himself. He states pretty clearly on camera that he identifies as bisexual.
Okay.
And crucially, he adds that before meeting the princess, he'd always just assumed he'd end up with a man. For an audience already kind of skeptical, that landed heavily.
Wow, okay, yeah. And the second one, this one really set things off, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. This came from the princess herself. She shared this anecdote. She revealed that when she first introduced Durek to her 3 daughters, she didn't introduce him as her boyfriend or partner. She specifically told them he was her gay best friend.
Her gay best friend to her own daughters.
That's what she said. Her explanation was it was a way to, quote, ease him in, to let them build a rapport first. She mentioned the girls have very strong personalities.
Right, Durek apparently said that, and she felt then they liked him already.
But I mean, if your goal is to show this deep, genuine romance.
How do you not see that using the gay best friend trope as a strategic step?
Yeah.
Especially when you're also selling exclusive wedding access to Netflix.
Exactly. It immediately makes you question the motive, right? Is this pure love or is it, carefully managed brand synergy?
It feels like the focus was maybe more on controlling the narrative than just being open.
And the irony is, trying to be sensitive or modern by using that specific phrase, it ended up being Exhibit A for the people claiming deception. It just validated the cynicism.
So true. Okay, but this level of distrust, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere with the documentary.
Not at all. This is really, as you said, the culmination of 2 very long, very separate histories of public controversy colliding.
We need to unpack those histories.
Yeah.
Let's start with the princess herself, Märtha Louise.
Right. Her whole life has kind of been defined by this tension with the royal institution. She was born in 1971.
And back then, women couldn't inherit the throne in Norway. That changed in 1990. But it wasn't fully retroactive for her.
So she's always been royal, but sort of on the fringes, outside the main line of succession and arguably purpose.
Which maybe explains her big move in 2002. She gave up the Royal Highness style.
Yeah, to start her own commercial business, an entertainment business initially. But the real public contention kicked off with her, let's say, spiritual ventures.
You mean the Angel School?
Exactly. Astarte Education, co-founded by her. And her public claims. Being clairvoyant, talking to angels, communicating with the dead.
That earned her the nickname Princess of the Paranormal in the press. And not always in a flattering way.
Definitely not. It created this ongoing friction, this clash between her personal beliefs in business and the expected, dignity of the monarchy.
And that finally led to November 2022, where she stepped back from all official royal duties.
Right. To focus on her alternative medicine business with Durek. But, and this is key, she kept the title of princess.
Which many saw as trying to have her cake and eat it too. Keep the status, ditch the responsibilities.
It definitely fueled that perception. Okay, now shift to Durek Verrett, the shaman of Hollywood.
Self-proclaimed sixth-generation shaman. But his backstory, it seems complicated.
That's putting it mildly. Our sources call his biography a study in narrative fluidity. Even his own mother publicly accused him of making things up.
Wow. To the point where he had to send her a cease and desist.
Correct. And then there are the claims he makes himself, which are, well, they're out there.
Like what?
Things like being able to turn atoms to make people younger, claiming he's a reincarnated Egyptian pharaoh.
Wait, I thought I read somewhere. Something about being part reptile.
Yes. Also claiming he is half reptilian.
Yep.
You just have to imagine how that lands in somewhere like Norway, reserved, pragmatic Norway.
It's a total culture clash.
Yeah.
This kind of extreme narrative just doesn't fit their grounded, egalitarian vibe at all.
And it gets darker. The claims went beyond just bizarre and into potentially dangerous pseudoscience.
Right. The sources mentioned him saying things like childhood cancer is caused by unhappiness.
Yes. And during the pandemic, he was selling this medallion for over 2,000 Norwegian kroners, which is, a fair bit of money.
Claiming it could cure COVID-19.
Claiming it could cure COVID. Authorities eventually made him stop selling it. The Norwegian press didn't mince words. They widely called him a con man.
And there's legal history, too, beyond the family issues.
There is. Sources confirm a felony conviction back in 1991 for arson and trespassing. He served 5 years in prison for that.
Okay.
Plus, more recently, there have been allegations which he denies of sexual assault from former clients.
Yet somehow he still has this Hollywood connection.
Oh.
Gwyneth Paltrow's a big supporter, right?
She is, and that's part of the image. Citing celebrity endorsements like Paltrow's is meant to give him legitimacy.
But in Norway, does that just make it worse, make him seem even more like this detached, maybe even dangerous American celebrity figure?
Quite possibly. It just highlights the cultural disconnect and their response to any criticism, whether it's about the scams or his past. It's consistent.
How they frame it.
They tend to frame all criticism, even very legitimate safety concerns about the pseudoscience, as being motivated by racism against him or as attacks on their spirituality.
Märtha Louise even posted on Instagram back in 2019, basically warning people off, saying, it is not up to you to choose for me or to judge me.
Right. And when you conflate valid criticism with bigotry like that,
it makes having a reasonable public conversation almost impossible, doesn't it? It's like a shield.
It absolutely functions like a firewall to protect the brand, protect the commercial interests.
Okay, so this whole Lavender marriage thing hits the fan after the documentary. The speculation is everywhere. They have to respond.
But they didn't do a press conference, no traditional media statement.
No, they went straight to Instagram with this very polished, highly produced video.
It was really a masterclass in trying to reframe the narrative, bypassing the press entirely, speaking directly to their audience on their terms.
And it had this very clear structure, right? Like a little movie.
Totally. Act 1, the setup. It opens with this disembodied voice asking, what's a lavender marriage? And you see the two of them exchange this look like, huh, that's ridiculous. Pure theatrical disbelief.
Positioning the whole idea as absurd from the get-go.
Okay, Act 2.
The satire. Suddenly they cut and they're wearing matching lavender outfits.
Oh, leaning into it.
Completely.
Right.
While screenshots of actual social media comments flash up things like, this is the greatest lavender marriage of all time, trying to own it and mock it simultaneously.
That's bold. And Act 3.
The reassertion, sharp cut again. Now they're in bright, colorful, definitely not lavender clothes. They're embracing, looking deeply in love.
And the message?
A text bubble pops up. Ordinary isn't our thing, we just love. And the caption underneath read something like, thought it was lavender. Plot twist, it's just love and legacy.
Wow. It's very slick, very cinematic. But did it work? Did it convince people?
Well, that's the thing. For many, especially in Norway, that slick production actually reinforced the feeling that this is all a performance.
Like it's staged for the cameras, for the brand, not necessarily reflecting reality.
Exactly. It just underlined this huge, maybe irreconcilable culture clash.
The clash between their very American, celebrity-driven commercial approach. And Norway's much more reserved, egalitarian, duty-focused values, it couldn't be clearer. The Norwegian press was absolutely scathing about the wedding itself.
Calling Verrett a con man, describing the wedding as comical, embarrassing.
A lot of that anger stemmed from the media deal, selling exclusive access to foreign outlets like Hello Magazine and Netflix.
While shutting out their own Norwegian media.
That was seen as a massive breach, leveraging royal status for private profit, snubbing their own country, in a place that values equality so highly. Unforgivable for many.
And this isn't just about bad press, is it? There's real institutional impact here.
Oh, definitely. Sources are confirming a measurable drop in public support for the monarchy since all this started escalating.
Which must be music to the ears of anti-royalist groups.
It's giving them serious ammunition. Political parties, like the Socialist Left Party, are already using this to renew calls to abolish the monarchy entirely.
So the palace, the royal house itself, must be walking a very fine line.
An incredibly difficult tightrope. King Harold, Märtha Louise's father, he did publicly condemn the racism Durek has faced, which was necessary and right.
Really?
But critics immediately pointed out that condemning racism, while important, also conveniently draws attention away from the other, very legitimate concerns.
Like Verrett's criminal record, the dangerous pseudoscience.
Yeah.
Those things aren't about race.
Exactly. And the palace's other moves were subtle, but very telling. They officially confirmed Durek would get no royal title, no official role.
And the photo thing at the wedding, that felt significant.
Hugely significant. Senior royals, the king, queen, crown prince Haakon, they apparently refused to be photographed by the exclusive media partners Netflix and Hello.
Taking a stand almost silently.
It was a powerful, quiet statement. Essentially the palace signaling, we don't endorse this commercialization. A royal title is for public duty, not private branding. The public won't accept a commercial royal.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway for you listening right now? This lavender marriage claim. Yeah. Maybe its literal truth isn't even the main point.
Right. Its significance lies in what it represents. It's become this potent symbol of that collision course we talked about.
Between this ancient, reserved European monarchy
and the relentless, commercialized, often bizarre forces of American celebrity culture embodied by Durek Verrett.
And the princess. She wanted personal freedom, maybe financial independence too, but she tried to get it while holding on to the symbolic power of her title.
And that specific choice has really forced Norway to ask itself a tough question. What is a princess for in the 21st century? If the title isn't primarily linked to public duty but seems to be leveraged for private gain, what's its value?
And as the sources show, the fallout, the potential decline in the monarchy's standing, that's happening already. It's a fascinating ongoing story.
If you're finding these deep dives into the stories shaping culture and celebrity useful, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We break down complex stories like this every episode.
You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.